question is, what are some simple ways that attorneys can improve their mental health? Number one has to be get more sleep. Almost all of us need more sleep, and you'll find that an extra half hour of sleep every night will result in you being more productive and having a better mood all day long. We need to move more, get more exercise, whether that's formal exercise at the gym or merely playing frisbee with your kids or walking the dog. We need to move more. It will improve your mood again. Meditation takes some time to learn, but if you can learn how to meditate effectively, in the long run, that is really a very quick way to improve your mood and control your mood over time. Spend quality time with your friends and family. That's really important to make sure that you have that quality time. And finally, erase perfectionism as a goal out of your hard drive. The goal is excellence, not perfection. What are some ways that busy attorneys can incorporate physical fitness? Good question. I think most of us are very busy and we spend much of our day sitting at a desk. We've got to fight that by moving more. Even if you work out for an hour in the morning or at the end of the day, if you sit for 8 to 10 hours at your desk during the day, that's unhealthy. Quick and easy ways to work against that, fight against that, is a standing desk. It's an option. If you get one, I recommend you get one that you can sit and stand, because really standing or sitting for 8 hours is difficult. It's better if you can move back and forth throughout the day. A couple ideas would be, if you get a phone call, even if you don't have a standing desk, when you get a phone call, stand up to take the phone call. A headset is an inexpensive piece of equipment that can free you up to walk. If I know I'm going to be on the phone for a long time and I don't need to take detailed notes, I'll put on my headset and go walk laps in our conference room, or if you can find a hallway that has the required privacy, that's a great idea. If you have a fitness facility in your work building, use it. It may not have all the bells and whistles of another gym, but because it's convenient, you're more likely to actually get a workout in. How can attorneys support each other is a great question. Recent research has shown that approximately 61% of attorneys will suffer from anxiety during the course of their legal career. Almost 50% will suffer from depression, and about 23% will probably have a problem with alcohol during the course of their career. That being so, we need to get over the idea that someone who needs to seek help for a mental health problem is weak or even unusual, particularly in our profession. We need to be confident about seeking help for ourselves and encouraging our colleagues to seek help, and reducing the fear of stigma for seeking help for a mental health problem. What should an attorney do if she believes a friend or a coworker needs help? We get this question a lot at JLAP. The important thing is to remember you don't have to become an amateur psychologist, and I know people are afraid of that a lot of times. Really, what you're going to do is play a number of roles. First, you need to just observe that there has been a change and what those changes are that you can observe. Next, talk to the person in a gentle way about what those changes are. At that point, you become not a therapist, but a sounding board, a link to resources, perhaps a reality check, and a support system. You can allow the person to talk to you. They may not have shared with anyone else. They may be able to find the right positive next step themselves. You may be able to help them see options that they can't see because they're stressed in the moment. And finally, you may be able to link them, whether it's to a therapist, an article, or linking them to JLAP. We've had many lawyers actually walk a colleague over to our office who is anxious about coming to see us. But you can be that link to the next right step, the link to the resource that your colleague needs. Every contact with JLAP staff and volunteers is confidential by Supreme Court rule. The only information that we provide to the Supreme Court is statistical information. How many people did we serve? What percentage of these calls were about depression? That kind of thing. There are two exceptions you should know about. The first is when a participant working with JLAP signs a written release of information. We may then talk to someone else that they have directed us to. The second exception is if someone is actively homicidal or suicidal, we may call to get assistance for that person. Now that means we may call that person's psychiatrist, maybe that person's spouse to drive them to the hospital, whatever is necessary to protect life. That doesn't mean that we can call the disciplinary commission or the State Bar Association or the employer. We may do what is necessary to protect life. Other than that, every contact with JLAP is confidential.